Welcome, one and all, to just me, just one handsome boy. No, not two handsome boys. We got Persona 3 FES. Now, I am only doing this alone because I don't want to always just constantly be bringing Jared over just to play some dang old video games. I like to hang out with that boy and do other things and such. So, I figured I may as well play a game on my own that wouldn't be very fun to do with somebody else, if that makes sense. Because JRPGs are not very easy to do with other people. They're just kind of... Let's turn that off. Oh, didn't mean to turn it back on. Voice auto advance. They're very plot heavy, and we're just going to be sitting there for way too long, and that's not fun to deal with when you're two boys sitting in a room. When you're sitting in a room with your boy, you play a dang old dangum Donkey Kong. Oh, I can turn the... Fuck, oh, I didn't know about tactics memory. Okay, that'll be important later, but that's neat. Okay. Anyway, we're going to start with the journey, as the answer is technically a sort of sequel story to the journey. So, for now, we'll go on to the journey, and we'll get to the answer later, if I even feel like playing it, because it's a catch-22. I don't think I'm using that right on whether I really ever do want to play the answer. But we'll see it when we get to it. By the way, my memory card's being a fucking doof, so I really hope it doesn't fuck me over. Oh, I thought we were jumping straight into a cutscene. You may begin the story of Persona 3 from here with new features. If you are playing Persona 3 for the first time, we recommend that you start with this mode. Those who have already played the game can enjoy the new features that have been added. Do you want to know what was added? No. I started with Persona 3 FES. I never actually played the original Persona 3 because I started with the PS3 version on the PlayStation Network, which does not have the original version. By the way, did you know that the PS3 has HDCP that you can't turn off? I found that out, so we're playing off the PS2 version that I just so happen to own. If you have save data from Persona 3, some things that from that save can be transferred over, so if you did happen to ever have just a PS2 copy of Persona 3 and you wanted to play 3 FES for whatever reason, you could copy those saves over. All these many years later, I don't know if you'd ever be wanting to go back to Persona 3 if you haven't played it in 10 years, but hey, there you go, if you'd like. You can transfer registered personas in the compendium, known fusion spell combinations, academics, charm, and courage rankings, items gained from social links that have reached max, transfer your data. I don't have any. Continue the game without transferring any data? Yeah. Select a difficulty level. We're going to be playing on normal. I don't feel like playing on hard. I'm not too big a fan of how Mega 10 handles its difficulty settings. It's just damage multipliers, and that's not fun for me. I like when hard mode means hard enemies change their strategies and whatnot, instead of now they hit hard like a truck instead of a little baby car. The setting is intended for experienced gamers. You will be able to enjoy the normal challenge of battle, which requires a certain degree of strategy. Once you have begun, this setting cannot be changed without restarting the game. Continue. Yes. Characters are in storylines depicted in this game are purely a work of fiction. It's gone.
Doing? What else?
Gosh,
I know.
the teacher's sick.
You just got transferred to a new
I
department.
got this incredible party.
Hey, that's our
good
boss.
show you around. I still have
Yeah,
it.
look at that
Isn't
guy.
it cute?
Can't believe what he's doing.
He's just being a big baby. He'll have to
Shut
grow up
up.
one of these days.
Hey, get your six.
Hey, knock it off. too serious.
Try one.
You didn't know? You're an idiot.
Yeah, I'm at the station right now.
Invisible hands are behind you just now. If you ever win that race against beach, then you became close. It's no man's land.
Attention passengers. We sincerely apologize for any inconvenience caused by the delay. The next stop is Ewood.
You got to let it move first, let it out.
Ewood Todai.
Then depress, let's get it up. Then what you gonna do is
Ewood Todai. Ewood Todai. This is the final train bound for Tatsumi Port Island. Please make sure you board in time for departure. Ewood Todai. Ewood Todai.
You're late. I've been waiting a long time for you. Now, if you want to proceed, please sign your name there. It's a contract. Don't worry. All it says is that you'll accept full responsibility for your actions. You know, the usual stuff.
Enter my last name first? Who puts their last name first, you bunch of goofballs? Well, I'm not gonna... For now, because I don't feel like really revealing my... Actually, I don't really care. Who cares? I'm gonna put it in anyway. That's my last name. Dox me if you'd like, but please don't. I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter. If you put your last name on the internet, anybody can see it at any time. It's not really private anymore. It's weird. Yeah. No, I think it's a Japanese thing to put your last name first before your first name, but oh well. That is me ignoring cultural differences.
No one can escape time. It delivers us all to the same end. You can't plug your ears and cover your eyes. And so it begins.
Who's there?
Takaba, wait!
That was some weird shading on a red hair girl's face there under her chin. I don't.
Didn't think you'd arrive.
Anyway,
My name
right,
is
there's voice acting this, I guess. I don't really care about talking over this voice acting. But yeah, that was that was some weird set of cutscenes, wasn't it? Whoa, so wacky.
Who's he?
He's a transfer student. It was a last-minute
Why do
decision
we-
to assign him here.
Suddenly know what her name is.
He'll eventually be moved to a room.
Wait, did she introduce herself, or like was I not paying attention? That might be why.
Is it okay for him to be
Well, anyway, welcome to the dorm.
Guess we'll see.
Before we get to actually moving here, I'm
This
just
is
gonna
Yukari Taka.
drop this now. This is our main hub area. We will generally be coming back here every evening because this is our dorm.
Hey,
Why do you have a gun? That's a...
huh? Well, it's sorta like a hobby.
Oh, okay.
You know how it is these days. It's for self-defense.
Are guns even legal in Japan? Oh, it's a fake
It's
gun.
getting late,
Yeah, that'll
so you
scare
should
them
get
off.
some rest. Your room's on the second floor at the end of the hallway. Your things should already be there.
Oh, I'll show you the way. Follow me.
So the anime cutscenes are not going to be a constant staple. They're going to show up from time to time, but generally it'll be pretty much this. The overworld and then portraits talking to you kind of thing. That'll be most of the game. It follows a sort of visual novel style in that regard.
This is it. Pretty easy to remember, huh? Since it's right at the end of the hall. Oh yeah, make sure you don't lose your key.
About some certain differences between... Actually, I'm not even going to really go over them because technically there is the Persona 3 Portable Edition on... Any questions? Does that kid live here too?
What kid?
I will hold that thought for a moment.
What are you talking about? Come on, it's not funny. On your way here from the station, was everything okay?
Yeah, it was pretty normal. I usually see coffins wherever I'm going whenever I'm out in the town,
Never mind then.
walking down the street with my headphones on.
Well, I
They just
better get
kind of
going.
show up all over the place. Oh, it's pretty normal. I thought that lamp was like a branch hanging from Yukari's hair.
I'm sure you still have other questions, but let's save them for later, okay? Good night.
Good night. So yeah, differences between this version and sort of the portable version is that there's also a female protagonist added in, but she's very different from this game, like as a whole, so I'm not even really going to go over it
Are you
too
awake?
much unless there's something I gotta say. I've never actually completed a full playthrough as the female protagonist either, just because I generally lost interest. Well, let's ignore her.
Hello? Please answer the door or I'll get in trouble.
Okay. I guess we won't ignore her.
Good morning. Did you sleep okay? Mitsuru Senpai asked me to take you to school. It's getting late, so are you ready to go?
I can find it myself.
Oh, really? But you don't want to risk being late the first day, do you? Just hurry up and get ready.
She's being very nice and we're being very rude. I feel a little bit mean there.
So, that's it. See? There it is. I got it.
Not much, man.
You know, there's not much that chain link fence is really gonna keep from flying off that train. I have no idea why that's there.
This is it. I heard Mr. Yamada is teaching. We're here. Welcome to Gekko-kan High School. Hope you like it.
And here is the high school sim part of Persona 3.
You should go see your homeroom teacher first.
Okay.
The faculty office is right there to the left. And that concludes the tour. Do you have any questions before I go?
No, not really.
Hey, about last night, don't tell anyone what you saw, okay? See you later.
The aliasing on this looks really bad because of the upstretched video, but Persona 3 protagonist doesn't look very good. I mean, I guess I don't look very good here. There are many people standing in front of the bulletin board. 2 students are talking. Hey, Kaz, why are you wearing your PA uniform? School just started. You really ought to find somewhere to change into some normal clothes. I guess. Okay, fine. Quit glaring at me like that. Hey, where's the bulletin board with the homerooms posted? It's right there. You're in Class F, Kaz. I'm in a different homeroom, so I can't keep an eye on you. I worry about you sometimes. So those people are going to be important later, if you so choose for them to be very important, that is. Huh? The faculty office? I think it's that way. Actually, I'm new here, so you should probably ask someone else. Anyway, let's look at the bulletin board. I didn't mean to talk to that guy. What? I don't see my name. What should I do? What should I do? I'm gonna check the bulletin board myself instead of talking to that guy. Class rosters are posted. You can't find your name. Let's look for it again. There's a small note with your name on it. Tyler Grinnell, Class F. Okay, it just tells us the same thing. Alright, so... let's... oh, by the way, you can just fucking... can I get it? There we go. That's exactly what I wanted. Okay, it's not quite working anymore. Anyway, we're going to want to head down here because we got to go to the faculty office. Which I believe is down this way. I'm not going to lie, it's been a while since I've played Persona 3, so... bear with me if I get a little lost sometimes. It's not a hard game to get yourself lost into. The areas are very simple and straightforward in design. There's not much to really get lost in.
Are you the new student? 11th grade, correct? Wow, you've lived in a lot of different places.
Yeah, to buy the game you need to be in 12th grade. Because it's rated M for mature.
Let's see. In 1999, that was what, 10 years ago? Your parents... I'm sorry. I've been so busy I didn't have time to read this beforehand. I'm Miss Toriumi. I teach composition. Welcome to our school.
Oh, thanks.
Have you seen the classroom assignments? You're in 2F. That's my class. But first, we need to go to the auditorium. The welcoming ceremony will be starting soon. Follow me.
So alongside the design of the Persona 3 protagonist, a lot of his dialogue options are very... oh, okay, yeah, oh well, who cares?
As you begin the new school year,
We can talk over the principal because I really don't care.
like each of you,
He's
remember the proverb,
very apathetic, and it fits...
job's worth
I don't want to spoil too much, but it fits very well into the themes of the game. And I really like this protagonist in Persona, out of probably all the protagonists, maybe except for Persona 2, but overall it's a very well-rounded and well-fitting protagonist.
Hey. You came to school with Yukari this morning, right? I saw you two walking together. Hey, I have a question. Do you know if she has a boyfriend?
She does.
Man, I knew it. I mean, why wouldn't she? Wait, how well do you know her?
I hear talking. I believe it's someone in Ms. Toriumi's class.
Shh, be quiet. You're going to get me in trouble.
Yeah, that was a lot like most... I don't even remember any, like, big school events get-togethers in high school where anything like that happened. But, like, back in junior high, I remember all people would do is sit in the gymnasium usually and just talk, because nobody really actually gave a shit.
How's it going?
And here we meet one of my more favorite characters, actually. Who are you, though?
Me? I'm Junpei Iori. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Junpei.
Transferred here when I was in 8th grade. I know how tough it is being the new kid. So wanted to say, hey, see what a nice guy I am? Hey, it's Yucatan. I didn't think we'd be in the same class again.
At it again, huh? I swear you'll talk to anyone if they'll listen. Did you ever think you might be bothering someone?
What? But I was just being friendly.
If you say so. Anyway, it looks like we're in the same homeroom.
Oh, same homeroom as Yukari. Here we go. It must be fate. It must be fate.
Yeah, right. Still, I'm a little surprised.
Hello? Are you forgetting that I'm in this class?
I like his weird little bug eyes that he gets in this portrait, too.
By the way, I heard you two came to school together this morning. What's up with that? Come on, give me the dirt.
Man, okay. This shit happened to me like the other day where I was talking with a friend. But because it was a girl and my parents were nearby, they were like, "Oh, Tyler Boyd's talking to a girl. It must be something going on there." When really it was just me talking to somebody I hadn't seen in a couple of years, and it was, man, that shit's annoying. Like, I remember my grandma actually took like a little creep shot of it, like when I was talking, like a little photo on her camera, and I guess it's probably saved on there forever. She'll probably look back at it on it and be like, "Wow, look at Tyler here. He's talking to somebody who didn't want to be photographed with me, probably."
Did you?
I don't even know what they were talking about. Probably about what happened last night, I assume.
Seriously, don't say anything about last night, alright? What?
Last night?
Wait a minute! Don't get the wrong idea! Listen! I just met him yesterday, and there's absolutely nothing between us.
You know, that's actually another thing. That's not actually something. There's something I like also about Junpei's design is that he's like the only guy who wears a non-white shirt in this game, and I have no idea why. But I like how blue looks with the uniform more than the white does, so.
Who cares?
But maybe it's just to show off his laid-back attitude on how he doesn't really care about it too much, but I don't know.
But hey, it's your first day here and people are already talking about you. Believe it or not, she's actually pretty popular. You the man. This is gonna be a fun year. I can feel it.
A lot of the music in this game is real bumping too, I might add. I guess we decided to go home with Junpei. From what I understand from the composer of the music behind this game, the way he designed the music was because he wanted to kind of give that feel of what Japanese students were listening to at the time. So sort of J-pop rap. I really appreciate that because it actually got me into a couple different kinds of music because of it. Because I wasn't too much into music at all before playing this game. I was just into listening to video game soundtracks like a little fucking nerdy boy. But when I played this game, I realized that, oh, I can listen to other shit. And then eventually I got into pop and rap. And then after that, I was like, wow, I don't want to listen to that anymore. So I bounced to other stuff. Oh, look at that. 420. Blaze it. That's not funny. Anyway, we're going to save right there. Please don't fail me now, memory card. Please? Alright. Before going onward, I might want to add here that this is our only opportunity to save for the next half an hour to 40 minutes. So get your saving done now and maybe take a break here. I did not, because I didn't realize that that was the only opportunity. I thought we could save a bit later and then get into more plot stuff later on, but it seems like that's going to be happening now, and it's making this part longer than I thought it would be. So that's why it's about an hour. So yeah, make sure you save here if you want to take a break and do whatever. Yeah. So that is our way of saving. We come up to the counter here. It's save. We can go back to our room from it as well. Can we leave yet? No. Rules are rules. Okay, let's check out what Itsuru has to say. You really shouldn't be outside on your own at night. It's too dangerous. Anyway, you must be tired. You should get a good night's rest. Oh, hi. What are you doing? Just looking around. Well, there's not much to see. You're probably pretty tired, huh? Maybe you should go to bed early tonight. Man, I should as well. Anyway, I do agree that we should probably head off to bed. So that is exactly where we're going to go. So we can either go to the check-in at the front desk and say go to our room to immediately skip to our bedroom, or we can just walk to it from here. If we decide to go back to our room, it immediately turns to late night. Or in this case, we just go to bed. Never mind. Screw late night. That doesn't exist.
I'm going out for a bit.
Apparently we're also not the only male student in this building, according to this cutscene.
Didn't you see the newspaper? There's a lot going on.
I know. People who had no problems before are suddenly developing acute cases of apathy syndrome. I've seen it in the news quite often lately. They say it's due to stress, but...
Yeah, right. It has to be them. Otherwise, it's not worth my time.
You have a one-track mind. Will you be okay on your own? The chairman will be here for the next few days, but after that, I can...
Don't worry, I'm just getting a little practice.
This isn't a game, Akihiko.
I'd beg to differ, Mitsuru. Not gonna lie, it looks like there's a bit of a game going on here. It's a video game. Name of Persona 3. You idiot. You overhear a conversation. Did you hear about the rumor? Something about a bathroom? No, not that one. I mean the story about the first-year student. Not only did she stop coming to school, she does nothing but sit and stare at the walls all day. If her mother tries to talk to her, she only mutters to herself, "It's coming. It's coming." Huh. How about that? You don't believe me? The first spell is wrong. Well, I mean, she could give you the benefit of the doubt, but that does sound dang very unbelievable. Afternoon already, okay. Open your textbooks and we'll take a look at I don't know why I'm giving her that voice. Open your textbooks and we'll take a look at the first novel by Zenzu Kansaha. Why him? I'd rather teach Utsubo Kubota. He became famous as a singer, but he's also produced fine literature. I wonder why it's not in the textbook. Well, I'll just bring Kubota's book next time. I sound like fucking Stewie Griffin trying to do a girl voice on Family Guy. Hey, Junpei, were you listening? Who did I say was my favorite author? Who does she like? I literally was just... Utsubo? Yeah, okay. Oh man, I hate these questions. I'm probably going to get them all wrong later on, just so you know. I'm not going to look at a guide just because I don't feel like that's fair, but I will be looking at the correct answers later on, and I'll add them to the video if I do get them wrong. That's right, so you were listening to me after all. Hey, you know how I like to pay attention. Man, you saved my bacon, Tyler. You hear your classmates whispering, Tyler gave him the answer. He must pay attention in class. You became slightly more popular. Your charm has increased. That is one of 3 stats to increase in this game. They go up to, I think, about 6 stages. And each level has its own different amount that it requires, increasing as the game goes on. Since classes have ended for the day, you decide to go back to the dorms. There's Junpei and a guy. Look at that kitty. There's a little cat walking around the street. Ooh, that looked okay, that looked really good. Oh, he's back. Oh.
So, this is our new guest.
Everybody
Good evening.
kind of has the same. I'm going to put my arm to the side and keep my other arm as long as flat. I'm going to keep my other arm flat. That's really weird.
My name is Shuji Ikutsuki. I'm the chairman of the board for your school. Ikutsuki. Hard to say, isn't it?
Ikutsuki. No, it isn't.
That's why I don't like introducing myself. Even I get tongue-tied sometimes.
Ikutsuki. That's not fucking hard, Ikutsuki, you fucking
Please,
penis.
have a seat.
Anyway.
I apologize about the confusion regarding your accommodations. However, it may take a while longer before you receive the proper room assignment.
Okay.
Is there anything you'd like to ask?
Okay, so this is all optional dialogue. The other night I saw...
You saw something strange. Like what? You were probably just tired. I wouldn't worry about it.
Something doesn't seem right.
Do you have another question?
No, I'm good.
Then I hope you have a successful...
Excuse me. Ooh, there was a hearty sneeze.
Now, if you'll excuse me. You must be tired from all the excitement. You should go to bed early.
Wow, these motherfuckers telling me to go to bed all the time.
The early bird catches the bookworm. Please forgive the pun.
That wasn't even a good pun. I don't even say that's really a pun. That's more of just a general joke.
You'll get used to his lame jokes.
Yeah, Yukari agrees. It's just kind of a lame joke. Good, nice, sleepy boy.
Working hard? So, how's he doing?
He went to bed a little while ago. He's asleep now. Mr. Chairman, do you think he's...
Well, let's wait and see for now. The dark hour is approaching.
That was the Bayside Rockers. Well, that's all the time we have for this week. Be sure to tune in again next week. KGD out.
Totally.
The preceding program was brought to you by Carito Electronics, bringing you the future. At the sound of the tone, the time will be 12 o'clock a.m.
Oh my god, guys, there's another blue-haired guy. He has got blue hair. Main protagonist isn't the only one. Now, wouldn't that be just a fucking sight? Coffins everywhere. Everything's kind of just... You start melting a little bit. You know, just late night things, fun things, you know, good times.
He's still sleeping. The dark hour occurs every day at 12 midnight. You could say it's the hidden hour. During this time, an ordinary person transmogrifies into a coffin and is oblivious to all that occurs.
Then he must be...
As you can see, he's retained his human form. He's asleep, but he's definitely experiencing the dark hour. The only question that remains is whether or not he has the potential.
You know, I'm looking at that screen in the background and I'm wondering, what does everything even mean on that? Like, what do these meters, what would they be looking at data-wise when this boy is just sleeping? Is that, maybe that's just certain dark hour data in general and doesn't have anything to do with us, but still strange if it is supposed to be related to our boy here.
Scary.
In any case, we should continue to monitor him for a few more days.
Yes, sir.
I feel kind of bad, though, spying on him like this.
This is a little weird, not gonna lie. Kind of an invasion of privacy. Anyways, welcome to a staple among all Persona games.
Welcome to the Velvet Room, my dear young man.
The Velvet Room, yay! Ever since Persona 1, there has always been an incarnation of a Velvet Room in any Persona game.
My name is Igor. I am delighted to make your acquaintance.
Igor! Fucking...
This is Elizabeth. She's a resident here.
I love how much this guy dramatizes Igor here. This is Elizabeth. She's a resident here. I love it.
Pleased to meet you.
Elizabeth is also a very cool character that I feel a lot of the Velvet Room residents don't really match in character to what Elizabeth has. There's some cool characters in Persona 1 and 2, but beyond that, they're kind of bland and uninteresting. So Igor, for some reason, has the document we signed at the dorm.
Who have signed the contract can enter this place. Henceforth, you shall be welcome here in the Velvet Room.
The Velvet Room!
You are destined to hone your unique ability, and you will require my help to do so. I only ask one thing in return. That you abide by the contract and assume responsibility for the choices you make.
Is this a dream?
Precisely.
Oh, okay.
You are fast asleep in the real world as we speak. This visit of yours is merely a dream. However, you will come here of your own accord, sooner or later.
You know, I just realized I didn't really get a chance to save after the first instance there, I guess. We're stuck in a couple of cutscenes for a little while. Obtain the Velvet Key, we got a blue thing!
Till we meet again.
And we'll meet again a lot, because there's a lot of going to the Velvet Room. It feels like you had a strange dream. However, it's time to go to school. What's up, man? Today's the perfect day. The sky is blue. Birds are chirping. Kids like, we're young. What more could we ask for? I think you need rest. Dude, I'm not sick. Forget the old Junpei. This is the real me. You cheer up too. After all, you've got me for a friend. That's not much, Junpei. You can't just overvalue yourself like that. That's a little rude. I'm Mr. Akoda. I'll be teaching you classic literature. I'll be teaching you all about the good old Japan all year. Some people say classic lit isn't relevant to everyday life, but oh, how they're wrong. The students, the other teachers, wrong, wrong, wrong. Nobody really understands classic lit. You feel tired. Close your eyes for a few minutes. Okay. So when you get an option like this, you only get two outcomes depending on if you're tired. Or maybe sometimes you'll get really lucky, but if you choose doze off, your character will go from tired to possibly normal. You'll feel better. Or if you do this when you're normal, you can end up feeling great. However, if you stay awake, you can always and most likely will always raise your academics. So there's no reason not to do that right now. To doze off right now. So we're just going to raise our academics because why wouldn't we? We really need the help. Because goddamn is raising academics hard in this game. The first on our syllabus is Issei Monogatari, the origin of Japanese literature. It's a very interesting story. You youngsters might call it the bomb. I already changed his voice. Sigh, I can tell you people are zoning out. You stayed up and listened to the lecture. Your academics has increased. You decide to go home with Junpei. Do I get to save? The station is bustling with students on their way home. No, it's straight into that dark hour. Okay. I wasn't expecting the part to be this long, but I guess that's just how it's gonna have to be. I didn't realize this game would keep me here this long. I don't need to do chores. I could play JRPG video game.
The same as last night.
Very interesting. Even those who have the potential tend to be unstable at first. Memory loss, disorientation. But this subject is rather unique. He hasn't exhibited any of the common symptoms.
But we're treating him like a guinea pig.
I understand your concern, but it's imperative that we recruit new members. I heard he's your classmate. Wouldn't you be more comfortable working with someone from the same grade?
Yeah, I guess. But still.
Command room. Is that you, Akihiko?
You're not gonna believe this. This thing is huge.
Akihiko, what did we tell you about calling from the bathroom? You can't do that. You can't keep doing that, Akihiko. That's a little weird.
Unfortunately, I don't have time to talk. It's chasing me.
That's even weirder.
I wanted to let you guys know. I'm almost there.
That's too funny for me. It shouldn't even be that funny.
Mr. Chairman.
Is this how Shin Megami Hentai started? Is that the line? People are like, we need to make Shin Megami Hentai, and they were like, hey, but how would we make it just exclusively Persona?
Akihiko!
Senpai!
I'm all right. Get ready to be surprised. It'll be here any second.
He's way too excited about this.
This is no time to joke around.
It's one of them, Akihiko?
Yes, but not an ordinary one.
What the? You've got to be kidding me!
Mr. Chairman, please head for the command room. Takeba, go upstairs and wake him up. Then escape.
But what about you two?
I accidentally cut off the dialogue. I'm sorry.
We'll stop it here. You led it to us, Akihiko, so I'm afraid you'll have to fight.
Like I had a choice. What are you waiting for, Yukari? Go!
I'm going!
So Akihiko fucked up a little bit. When you hear a loud noise, you hear a commotion down the hall. You decide to go take a look. Lucky for me, we're in our school uniform still. As we just sleep in that and wake up in the morning and go to school in that and never take it off. I don't even see really a bathroom in here. Maybe there's showers down at the bathroom downstairs, but how do they clean themselves? It's a little gross. What's going on?
Hurry, downstairs! We'll leave through the back door. Wait, take this, just in case.
Oh, she was just holding that in her back pocket.
Okay, let's go.
Fucking short sword? That's crazy to just hand to a man.
Alright, we should be safe now.
Takeba, do you read me?
Yes, I hear you.
Be careful. There's more than one enemy. The one we're fighting isn't the one Akihiko saw.
What? Let's pull back.
You know, for some abomination that they made, they're hyping it up. It can't apparently break through fucking doors. What are we going to do? They're downstairs. Do we have any choice but to go further up? Whoa, 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 whoa! What are we doing? What are we going to do? I'm just gonna go to bed. It doesn't seem like it's gonna be over soon. Downstairs, they're fine, right? Fine. Guess we can't go and hide in my bedroom, hide under the covers. These characters are a real fucking hustle. I've never seen. You don't normally walk this fast or run this fast. That's weird. I've never noticed that before in this segment. How queer. I guess technically I shouldn't be using that word anymore, but it's a funny word. And it's getting closer.
Keep moving, hurry!
Oh yeah, if we go out through here.
I think we're okay for now.
There's another door over there. That's weird, I never noticed that. There's apparently a lot of things I didn't notice about this game.
What? Those monsters. We call them shadows.
Wait!
Persona.
Thou art I, and I am thou. From the sea of thy soul I cometh. I am Orpheus, master of strings.
As we suspected.
I like that copy pasted. I like that sound effect of just the Godzilla general monster scream that it had there. I think that's pretty funny. Weird that they do that, but oh well, maybe they thought no one would notice.
What on earth is that?
It's Persona, you idiot. Didn't you hear him? Also, how did Persona 3 protagonist even know to do that? It's not like he was trying to kill himself right then and there before the monster could do it. He obviously knew. He obviously knew that he was going to summon a Persona by doing that, by screaming Persona before he shot himself. It's weird. Orpheus regained its original form. You have obtained a new Persona.
Is it over?
No? Oh, hey, it isn't. Baby, baby, baby. Alright, so I only have one skill, so I guess I'll go over it in a later point, but as of right now, all we have is wait and turn without doing anything, attack, or use a skill. We'll use Bash, which uses HP instead of SP to attack. Physical moves will always use HP to attack, and magical moves will always use SP. Anyway, that's our first battle. Easy peasy. Tyler Grinnell felt a surge of energy inside. Your hit points and spirit points have increased. You are now able to create personas that are up to level 2. So you're only able to make personas that are up to your level. We'll get into that later when we obtain the ability to actually get personas and all that neat stuff. Now, I would implore you, if you don't want to spoil yourself on some plot points of Persona 3, do not check out what Orpheus is in mythology.
Are you okay?
As it will spoil somewhat on how the character arc progresses.
Say something.
It's something I did not fall for, but I know some people will. Although if you already do know about Orpheus, then you found something neat about the game. And you can compare. And back to the Velvet Room. Velvet. I don't know how to get the inflection properly. Velvet, velvet, velvet room. I don't know. It just sounds like trying too hard to sound like Stewie Griffin.
Nice to see you again.
It's so nice to see you again.
You became unconscious after awakening to your power. It's nothing to worry about, though.
I fell unconscious. That's a little rough.
I see that it was Orpheus that heeded your calling. That power is called a persona. It is a manifestation of your psyche.
My psyche?
It may take some time to fully comprehend. A persona is a facet of your personality that surfaces as you react to external stimuli. You can think of it as a mask that protects you as you brave many hardships. That being said, your power is still weak.
Weak? What do you mean, weak?
When you use your persona ability, you must channel your inner strength. The ability evolves as you develop your social links, your emotional ties with others.
See how this apathetic boy who doesn't like talking to people is now being forced to talk to people so he can gain power? Wow, that's awesome, amazing, and gameplay and stories tied in together well.
Now then, time marches on in your world. I shouldn't keep you here any longer. Next time,
How long were we here for?
you will come here of your own accord. Until then, farewell.
How long were we here for, Igor? Fell asleep on April 9th? Your mind is getting clearer. You wonder how long you've been asleep. You feel someone's presence beside you. Oh, it's just been 8 days.
You're awake. How do you feel?
Why are you here?
Thank goodness you finally came to. How much sleep do you need? It's been a whole week.
Actually, it's been over a week,
I
Yukari.
was so worried about you. You saved my life, you know? So I couldn't just leave you here.
That's fair, okay.
The doctor couldn't find anything wrong with you. He said you were just exhausted. But you kept sleeping and sleeping. You know how worried I was?
Man, imagine how hungry he is right now. I've had that where I'd slept for like 2 days in a row and I woke up and I ate like 5 hamburgers. It was crazy. I was fucking starved and I needed something. Anything. I needed a lot to fill my gullet.
It was amazing.
What'd I do?
The power you used, we call it persona. And those creatures you defeated are shadows, our enemy.
Oh.
We'll explain everything later. I'm sorry I didn't tell you before. I wanted to tell you that I'm sort of like you.
What do you mean?
My dad died in an accident when I was little. My mom and I aren't exactly on good terms. You're all alone too, right? To be honest, I already know.
Way to assume, Yukari. What if I had lots of friends?
But it didn't seem fair, so I wanted you to know about mine. It was back in '99. There was a big explosion in the area. Supposedly, my dad died in the blast, but nobody really knows what happened. He was working in a lab run by the Kirijo group. So, I'm hoping that if I stick around long enough, I'll find out something. That's why I'm going to Gekukan High, and why I was there when this happened to you. Of course, I panicked and wasn't much help. It was my first time fighting them too. I'm sorry. You wouldn't have to go through all this if I wasn't such a coward.
Oh, we don't even have any apathetic replies here. We can only be nice. I was scared too. We'll say that.
Really? But still, And here I am telling you all this the minute you wake up. While I was waiting, I thought to myself, I've been hiding so many things from him. As soon as he wakes up, I'll tell him the truth.
Been holding on to that for a week? That's
So, thanks for listening.
that's annoying. I'd hate to hold on to something like that.
Story with someone for a long time. All right, I'm gonna get going. I'll let the others know you woke up. Take it easy, okay? Be a good patient. And don't hesitate to call the nurse. I'm sure she'll take good care of you.
Oh boy, wow.
Bye.
Can't remember if another day passes. Okay, another day passes and then we're out of the hospital. Oh no, we just come in. Okay. Yeah, I'm alright. Fourth floor of the dorm.
That's enough about mammoths. I don't see the big deal. They're just huge elephants. And that wraps it up for the Stone Age. I'm tired of these lessons about stones. I'd rather talk about the Sengoku era. Japanese history is not that exciting until then. Though I'm paid to do this, so I've gotta. It's tough being an adult. The adult. Next is the Jomon period. When do the samurai get their day in the sun? Well, I'll just ask a question at random and call it a day. Hey, Junpei, what was the style of houses in the Jomon period called? Quick, Tyler, what the heck is he talking about? Mud huts? Oh, baby, I remember that one. That's correct. Mud huts were built by digging a hole in the ground and support the roof. It's no use. I can't get interest. Ugh. I don't want to get into the age of katanas. Everything else is so dull. This man is all of the people who watch anime in North America and Europe and everywhere else that's not Japan and get obsessed with it. Not specifically just watch it. I mean, like, fucking obsess over it and want to get a nice katana sword. You hear classmates whispering, yeah. There goes our charm. After school. I can't remember if we actually, I think either we get in control today or tomorrow. It seems you'll be discussing something important at the dorms. You decided to go home early. Why does he take 15 different pathways to get home? That's really weird. Like, it's nice because they're trying to show off every different area so that we know where to go to and get familiar with the place, which is nice. But there's not that many areas to really surf through. There is no one in the lounge. You were told to go to the 4th floor. Holy shit! Halle Berry, we can save. So, I will call the part here. Just because it's been in quite a long part. An hour is a long time to just be talking and not even actually really be talking. Just kind of be sitting there not doing a whole lot. Save file already exists? Yes. And if the recording fails, I will cry. Anyway, that's it for Persona 3 today. I will see you guys next time when we go upstairs and talk to Ikutsuki about whatever thing he could possibly want from us. See you guys then.